We're live. Hopefully you can hear me okay. See how that sounds, it looks. Hi everybody, back again. Time to go live, which is, yeah, fun, exciting. Hopefully everything's going well. Let's see, we got people in the chat. I'm good. Hendrik, thank you. Darth at last, hello. Spy Hunter, so it begins. Yes, it does. Arturo, nice to see ya. Let's see, Mega Cheesy Breadstick 66, I'm assuming that's how you say. Noah, son of Aragorn. Cloner. Campbell the Campbell. The intermission music is called Barely Floating by Oi, O-O-Y-Y. I get it off Epidemic Sound. That's where I get most of my music for videos. Hey, CG8, Spy Hunter. Hendrik, you got some news for me? What is it? I'm curious to hear. Very, very curious. Hey, Matt. Yeah, I'll chat for a couple minutes, and then yeah, I got a Black Series Centerpiece Vader thing that I've been dying to open and see what it looks like. It's not an Empire Strikes Back version of Vader, but, you know, it's a version of Vader. I'll take it. So, let's see. Darth Exaltus, hey. Darth at last asks, can we get an opinion on the ROM Effects Revo? Looking at getting one. I love it. It has its own set of things, quirks and stuff that sometimes you have to work through. Mine, and I know at least one other person I know of have issues with sometimes the power cuts out or something, and we haven't really figured out why that happens yet, but it doesn't happen very often, and it hasn't been a big issue for me once in a while. The background back here, or the background like this part, yeah. Anyway, let's see. And thanks for the compliment on the background. Appreciate that. Let's see. Hendrik, the Kylo Corban Disney Parks. You took a step backwards. Order Corban Skitty Flex. Nice. Excellent. Are there any guides on how to convert a Black Series Vader saber? Probably the best place to go for that is the forums on the customsabershop.com. There should be a guide there, depending on how you want to convert it and what you want to convert it to. That's a basic conversion there, but it'll walk you through the steps there. So that's the best place to go there. There's also, I think, Imperial Royal Arms. There's forums there that are good, but the customsabershop.com has a walkthrough tutorial kind of thing about how to disassemble it and what to do for a basic conversion. Arturo, the pics of you at the Minicon. Yes, I did. Those were great. That was awesome. You have a Black Series helmet? I have a Black Series helmet sitting right here too. And then right back there, if I can get my hand down far enough, is my real helmet. So in a second here, I'll pull them both up and we'll do a side-by-side look. And I'll show you the differences between the two. Hendrik asked if I have any commission requests for the Skinny Flex Core Bath. No, I do not. And the reason why is I'm not taking any commissions right now. I've just had way too much going on, and I have to focus. So that's why the videos coming out on these have been slow too, is I've just been busy. Well, we haven't had a lot of events that we could video because a lot of them were hospital events and stuff like that. So is the real one Camel is the real one an Novus helmet? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Is the real Vader helmet an Novus helmet? No. The Novus helmet was scanned off of a helmet that LFL had in their archives and then recreated, 3D printed, molded, and then cast. So it's close. It's a decent helmet shape-wise. It's not exactly perfect paint scheme-wise, and then it's super heavy. It's like 8 pounds, whereas my helmet's like 3.5. So anyway, okay. So yeah, y'all saw that. So this is the main thing I wanted to do today is unbox this guy here. super excited about this. So the idea is, and I have some other things coming too that are going to be fun. The background is like, that's the minimal background right now. I'm working on some other stuff I want to do. So I want to build a bunch of shelving back in here and back in here. That's like different levels. I might use some pipe or something like that to create the uprights, and then shelving, horizontal shelving, and just places to put stuff like this. And, you know, for live streaming and just display in general, and, you know, my helmet and some of my lightsabers and stuff like that. And eventually maybe a large Star Destroyer model will make its way back there, or something like that. Would be really cool. So, hey, Toaster Gaming. Brian, I know if I open it, I won't be in mint condition. I know. I haven't opened the one that you gave me, which is upstairs. Yeah. So I now have several of these. I should just unbox one of these every single thing. Spy Hunter asks if I have watched Shards of the Past. I have Spy Hunter. My opinion of it is mixed. So, yeah, I I haven't done a commenting video or reaction video or anything like that. And part of that's just been on purpose, because my opinion of it is it's just mixed. It just is. So, I thought for a fan film, it wasn't too bad. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. That's interesting. This is gonna sound great as I pull all this stuff out of the plastic on the video here. That's gonna be great. So yeah, you get all this. Then you get your nice little, you know, booklet. I'm assuming this is assembly instructions. Yep. And then in the back, on the back are the display. Oh, bother. Oh, good, they're not. At first I was like, shoot, I'm gonna need a pair of scissors, and I don't have a pair of scissors, but I have a knife. Hold on, I'm coming back as soon as I can get my knife. There. I always have this with me on my backpack for when I go do video stuff out abroad. And so there's the doorway. That's cool. And that's the actual door. Pull that open. And yeah, so I'm not looking at the chat right now. If you're asking me questions, I'm ignoring you because I'm not looking. Don't be hurt or offended or sad. It's just I'm handling a big sharp knife. So this is the base. Yeah. Interesting. I don't want to actually have to look at the directions. That would be just, you know, a shame. Who looks at directions anyway? Ugh. There we go. So there's that. Then the door. Oh, before I do the door, I should... Oh, bother. I need my... I have a screwdriver, and I need a screwdriver so I can put the batteries in. Oh, there it is. Right there. Hold on. This is really fun and entertaining, I'm sure. It's probably almost as entertaining as watching me put together a lightsaber live stream and then realizing I put it together wrong and I have to pull it all apart to get it to work because I wired it backwards. So, thanks, Darth Exaltus. I won't forget the batteries because, you know, yeah. I'll link this in the description. If you want to get it, you can. Come on. Man, that is a long screw. Okay. 1, 2 AAA batteries. There we go. Okay. Now, snaps in there like that. Snaps might be a relative word. By the way, if you ever do something like this on YouTube, it's really awkward when you have to hold it up like this above your head, about your head height, to show everybody what you're doing. But yeah, it is what it is. Wait, that can't be right. No, it's got to go this way. There we go. Yeah, door snaps on like so, and then oh yeah, there's this little light here. You gotta pop the blaster explosion thing in. Maybe if I can pop it in there, I don't know. We'll see. Here we go. Oh my gosh. There we go. So yeah, that. And then that's cool. So far. Lights up. Okay. Now the main attraction here, Darth Vader himself. Pull out this cape. Isn't that lovely? Hopefully you weren't listening to this super loud. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're gonna get rid of that. So I may have to straighten that out. That's a little bit bent there, but. And then, yeah, I'm gonna have to straighten this out. It's not. Let's see. So they have his like lower robe thing is separate. So you put that in. Like so. And then I think I have to pull his head off. No! And then his cape like clips into the back. Like that. And then his head goes back on. Maybe. Like, this is, yeah. There we go. That's better. So, there it is. See. Not bad, not bad. So this is, you know, not a bad edition of a New Hope Vader. Looks pretty good. Some decent detailing and fairly accurate. Not bad, not bad, not bad at all. Yeah, it's cool. So, and then, you know, of course he's got to be coming through the door, getting ready to just wipe out all those rebels. And then you turn it on. Ta-da! Oh, that's cool. I like how it lights him up right there. That's pretty sweet. I may have to try and modify this and put a little LED. It'd have to be just a tiny, freaking tiny LED in here, but something in there to light up his saber. That I'm gonna have to straighten out because that's no good. But it's cool. It's cool. That's cool. I like that. So there we go. Right? You can see the detail. Oh, did it go off? There we go. Isn't that cool? Trying to see. Yeah, I did a pretty good job. It's funny when you wear the costume, you realize how little mobility you actually have, and I'm looking to see it, but it looks like he's about right, I think. So I'm gonna go put this back here. And then we'll bring this up. So, this is my helmet which is cast off a 20th century touring helmet, which was cast off of the original Empire Strikes Back. So, yeah, let's see. That's excellent, Exaltus. That's awesome. So, yeah, this is one of the most accurate ESB helmets you can get, or you could have gotten at a point. Really, really accurate. It's you know, it's a little idealized as far as the paint. Like it's, you know, it's not perfectly prop accurate or anything like that, but it's a great helmet. So this, and then this is the, I'll go back up a little bit, the Black Series. So hopefully you can see the difference there. The dome on the Black Series is a bit of a different shape. The whole face especially is kind of squished down a little bit. And the eyes are a little different shape. I think it's also, yeah, I mean, it's just you know, it's for what this is, it's great. And I think on the last video I did, and I'll link it in this video too if you want to look at one. For display piece, this is a really great thing. For running around having fun, Halloween, it's great. It won't get you in the 501st or anything like that because the difference is pretty clear. But it's not, you know. Anyways, yeah, anyway, the mouth is quite a bit wider here, stuff like that, but that's it. So now I'm going to go put this back, and I'll be right back. All right, so there you go. Yeah, I really like that little Vader back there. I'm gonna figure out wire it up so it's not dependent on batteries or something. Christy said, yeah, mine is taller. It is taller. That's the one thing about this is just overall it's kind of squished down like this, and the mouth here is a lot wider. I think this is perfectly symmetrical too, which the original trilogy is not perfectly symmetrical. And then of course, you know, this grill here and the grill there is different. It's real, so it's more detailed. And like this, the teeth here, these are all perfect. And on mine, the teeth they're not perfect. They're a little offset, and they're not perfect. So, and then of course, you know, you get this dome here. That's thicker. It doesn't come down as far here. There's a, you know, even for a Return of the Jedi or Revenge of the Sith version, like this is quite a bit different. But you know, for something to stick on your shelf, it's not bad. It's a cool thing. It's a fun toy, and so the neck piece, this neck brace, which I've never liked the neck brace, especially for costuming, just because it makes a hard to wear costume already harder to wear. But there's some nice detailing in there. If I had a picture of one of the ones that these guys build, some of the ones that these really super prop accurate guys build, it's insane the level of detail that's on the inside of this thing when it's a real prop accurate version. Cool sound effects though, and yeah, there it is. So I don't know if I'll ever get around to making a video specifically about that, showing off the differences and stuff. I've been trying, but it's just stuff has just been so busy, and yeah. So I gotta turn my little Vader statue on. There we go. That's better. Yeah. Now he can be a blurry background image too. So, and all right. Darth at last. Your JMC fits me. Yeah, I noticed that too. It's much smaller as far as the inside is much smaller. I get the weirdest comments on my suiting up video by people who really don't know what they're talking about, but a lot of people say the helmet is too big. It's not. It's almost exactly the same size as the original. What makes people think it's too big is all of the pictures out there from video games and artist renderings and stuff of Vader with a much smaller helmet that would frankly squish your head if you had to wear it that way. But let's see. I'll see if I can catch up on... thanks, Arturo. I love that helmet, and I'm so lucky and so blessed to have it. And yeah, there's some great helmets out there. But to me, like the core of Vader is the helmet. That is such a part. It's such an integral part of who he is. And so to have a good helmet to me is you have to have a good helmet. So anyway, let's see. What are my thoughts on the Master Replicas 1-to-1 scale lightsaber hilts? For the most part, those are okay. They're all just a tiny bit bigger than the originals, but they're very close. My Vader Master Replicas hilt that I use is, it's like, I don't know, 1.5 millimeters bigger around in diameter and a couple millimeters longer than the original, but it's very, very close. Certainly close enough for me. The Black Series Kylo hilt is quite a bit larger, thicker, bigger around than the original Kylo Ren hilt, but it's close. It's pretty close. So, how much is the suit worth? So the Vader suit, yeah, it's gonna be 3,500-ish to 5,000, depending on what you do. Yeah. So Arturo, are the eyes of my stone amber or red? They are an amber sort of blend that I think he mixes himself. That's sort of custom, but they're amber. They're not red. Depending on the lighting, though, they'll give off more of a reddish hue or a grayish hue. So, but I like them because if you get the right lighting, you get just a hint of the amber in the eyes, which sets them out and makes it look a little bit more aggressive, which I really, really like. So, hey, Fire Bunny, welcome. In Europe, so you plan about the same in euros, maybe a little bit less, maybe like up to 4,000 euros or something like that, in that range, 2,000 to 4,000 euros. There are some good builders over there that build helmets and armor in Europe, so that would probably save you some because you wouldn't pay the import tax necessarily. And yeah, but yeah. Vader is one of the most expensive. That's true. It's Boba Fett is another one that's insanely expensive. Spy Hunter, your Vader build so far is around 300. That's fantastic. There are guys that have done a really amazing, accurate Vader suit for like 1,600, but that's them hand making their own helmets with fiberglass after molding and all. I mean, really intensive work. So yeah, it's a lot. Let's see, Campbell, opinion on Ruby's Supreme Vader suit. The 501 has a decent suit. The helmet is bad. There are so many things that are inaccurate about the Ruby suit. It starts off with like the shins are basically a Revenge of the Sith version of the shins. Those are probably the least bad thing about that suit. The belt boxes are this weird sort of amalgamation of Empire Strikes Back, A New Hope, and Revenge of the Sith. The chest box is it's probably closest to Revenge of the Sith, but it's also kind of a weird amalgamation of stuff. And then the helmet is basically based on a Return of the Jedi helmet, but it's a really, really bad cast of a Return of the Jedi helmet. It's so warped and so bad. The leather suit is, pleather suit is okay. You would want to make extensive modifications if you're going to wear it for any length of time, like cut out the back and put in mesh so you actually can breathe, because it's like wrapping yourself in plastic and you start sweating instantly. And even up here, when I wore a Ruby suit outside one time, way back before I started building my Vader suit, it was just, it was like blowing 10 or 15 miles an hour. It was 15 degrees Fahrenheit, and so it was below 0 Celsius, and I was sweating just, oh my gosh, it was hot. And then the cape material is this really thin, lightweight cotton, so it blows like crazy, and it doesn't really look the part, and you'd have to line it with something. You have to line it with satin anyway to make it more accurate. The armor actually can be used for Revenge of the Sith. It's pretty close. You just have to make some modifications and paint it differently, but it's pretty close, and then switch the cape chain out with a more accurate cape chain. The belt and the cod are really not good. The cod is, it's okay. You could probably use it for Revenge of the Sith. And then, yeah, the thing about that suit is it's a one size fits all. It's a one size doesn't fit all. If you're not 6'5" and 270-ish pounds, it's going to be big on you. So that's the Rubies. The Rubies suit would take insanely extensive modifications to make it approvable for that. It's not worth it. I mean, unless you have just tons and tons of time and nothing better to do, it's not really worth it. So Hendrik asks if I've been thinking about getting the melted Vader helmet. No, I haven't. It's cool. It's just not something I really want that bad or anything like that. You're welcome, Fire Bunny. Yeah, changing from English to or Imperial to metric is I didn't grow up in the country in the United States. I mean, I was born here, and then I spent some time in Canada in my younger years, and then all my formative years were spent outside of the United States, essentially, until I was in my teens. And so I learned metric and I learned Imperial, and I go back and forth fairly seamlessly. I still get hung up once in a while, but yeah, I try and help you out as best I can. So, hey, Beyond the Blast Doors, good to see ya. Nice, yeah, happy 2019. Let's see, Portamac Vader hard parts. They can be 501st approved for the most part. He does a great job painting. Let me start there. He does a great job painting. His painting is really, really excellent. His helmets are decent, and his armor is decent. They're a little on the heavy side, but not bad. And they'll certainly pass basic approval. And his chest boxes and belt boxes and stuff like that are all pretty good. His CNC chest boxes are good because they're super durable. His resin chest boxes are not so durable. No resin chest boxes are, but his CNC ones are great. And they're pretty accurate. They're still not totally accurate, but they're pretty close. So he does make some good parts. I think he's the only one that currently is producing Revenge of the Sith Vader helmets and armor that he is casts and paint and all that. So, but yeah, the thing I don't like his stuff is the New Hope version of his stuff. His Empire Strikes Back and his Return of the Jedi stuff is decent. His A New Hope stuff is, and it might have, I haven't looked for a while, it might have gotten better, but last time I looked, his helmet and stuff like that, it was, I mean, it would probably still pass basic approval, but it wasn't great. So, yeah, good advice, Darth Exaltus, about the Rubies modifications. Like I said, it's just, you're going to be investing a ton of time. It can be done. People have done it. One of my friends, he started with a Rubies helmet that he modified heavily, and it looked good. It is going to be a lot of work. So yeah. Campbell, 5'10", 145. So I assume you're asking about the Rubies bodysuit. That would be huge on you. I mean, I'm 6'4" barefoot, and I'm 220-ish pounds. So I'm not 50 pounds heavier like Prowse was, but the Ruby suit is huge on me. It's huge. It's just giant. But you could have it tailored. I mean, you could modify it to fit you, and that's the big thing about the bodysuit. Like, it has to fit you. No matter where you get a bodysuit from, it's going to have to fit you. I will say, leather is just infinitely more comfortable to wear for long periods of time and it looks better too. It looks, the way it moves, the way it crinkles and all that, it looks better than pleather, but it's just so much more comfortable over a long period of time. It's amazing. So let's see. Shadow Effects Studios helmets. I'm not super familiar. I know I've seen pictures and they look good. They look good. So the only thing I don't know is like what the quality of the materials he's making them out of is. Like the Innovis Vader helmet is kind of a slush cast fiberglass, and because it's so thick and so heavy, it's prone to cracking in the finish in a fairly short time. Like as a display piece, it'd be fine, but as soon as you start wearing it and moving around with it a lot, it has cracking problems. So depending on how he casts those helmets, it could be they could be great, they could be heavy. I just don't know. So Fire Bunny gonna go Stormtrooper, trying a new hobby. You can make a good Stormtrooper kit for like under $1,000 pretty easily. So Sharpshooter, your GML is a seamstress and can make and alter soft parts. Excellent. Nice. That's fantastic. Vader suits, as far as the body suit or custom made costumes, the closest thing you'll find to a like off the shelf thing is going to be from Innovis, but that's expensive, and you can build one yourself that's much nicer for less than that or about the same as that. Plus you'll have to wait for forever. So joining the forums on the Sith Lord Detachment is a great start, a great way to go. You can do tons of research there. You don't have to be a 501st member to join. But there's just incredible amounts of resource there into looking into Vader, all things Sith Lords that were in the movies, okay? Not Sith Lords that were in Legends or canon or extended universe or any of that. Just the movie Sith Lords, movie dark side users now because of Snoke and Kylo. Anyway. Sharpshooter, Redback Garrison, excellent, welcome. It's nice that we're starting to gain some light up here. I don't know how much light you all are losing or if it's been super hot and you're ready for things to cool down, but we are ready for things to warm up and we're ready for more daylight. Right now it's 1 degree outside Fahrenheit, so it's like minus 10 or minus 15 Celsius. And it's extremely frosty and cold. So we're looking forward to getting the sun back from Australia, all our friends in Australia. Crabs. Weird question. Do you have the width of the base of the Vader statue? You mean that statue right there? Hold on a second. I can find out for you. Once upon a time, I had a measuring tape in here. So that, my hand span there, thumb to finger, is 9 inches. So it's about, I'd say it's probably right at 12 inches. So yeah, right at about 12 inches. So I really like this. This is just cool. It's awesome. Lots of times, people think that I have my Vader costume like set up and just displayed all the time. I don't. It's so much work, and I get a lot of dust. And I just looking at dust on my good helmet back there, it drives me crazy. And when you wipe it off, it like puts these little micro scratches. And it's stupid because I do things in costume that are much worse or harder on it than micro scratches from dust. But I don't want to have, Fire Bunny, -5. Thank you. Sorry. So like I said, -23 in Montreal. Dear Lord. Oh my gosh, that's cold. It hasn't been that cold this week, but 2 weeks ago, it was -30 C, and then it got down to -38 C for 2 days, and it was just so cold. So anyway, Sharpshooter gained 28. Dear Lord, that is hot. I mean, I know it's Australia and it's going to be that way, but that is hot. I can't handle that kind of heat. Django from Florida. Hey, welcome. Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for the kind words. I'm glad. I'd love to see if you can. I'm on Instagram, and right there is my Instagram handle. DM me pictures of your build when you get it done. I'd love to see. Django's a really cool build. I'd love to see it. So, yeah, I love the statue too. Beyond the Blast Doors. I was excited to get it finally, and I've had it sitting here for 2 weeks, like 2 days after the last stream, the last video. It was here, and I kept wanting to open it, and I kept going, no. I gotta wait until I can do it on the live stream because it's a nice one. Anyway, I'm excited. 48. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's not. Christy Brown, it's 38 degrees right now in Mississippi. Ooh, yeah, that's a little chilly for down there. Brian, putting a glass polycarbonate case over it and house it on a nice wood base. Yeah, I might. Like once I get the shelving and stuff built back here, I might do something like that. The other thing that I always worry about is like my kids. And yeah. Not to say that like I haven't done damage to my costume, and I have, and I actually someday need to send the dome in to get repaired because it fell out of my car in its soft case, but it's a soft case, and so it did like put it cracked the finish a little bit. It's not enough that you can see it, but it's there and it needs to be fixed. But yeah, I just haven't. -8 in Ohio. Whew, yeah, that's chilly. It's funny. I look at the lower 48, and a lot of times you guys are getting worse winter than we are. So anyway, just yeah, it is what it is. To increase your height for Vader cosplay, putting lifts inside the boots, you can get 2.5, 3 inches extra in there. The boots should add a couple of inches. And then a decent helmet like mine will add another couple inches. So between that, you're going to add, let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8 to 9 inches of extra height just with the lifts, the boots, and the helmet. So if you're 5'8", that's going to put you up in the 6'5" category, which is great. Your JMC has scratches you need to get fixed. Yeah, they happen. Like no matter how careful you are, scratches happen, and they just it's so hard when they do, but they do, and it's so hard to avoid it. I mean, yeah. So polycarbonate. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea. A polycarbonate case. I might look into doing something like that. So, yeah. Anyway, I like that little statue back there. It's nice. It's little glowing, blinking lights right there. It's cool. It's very cool. Yeah. So, this new space is coming along. It's getting there bit by bit. It's taking forever because I've been working really hard trying to finish up some jobs. But eventually there'll be like more sound treatment on the walls and the ceiling. So it'll take care of some of the echo you hear now and kind of tame the sound down a little bit, make it tighter. And then once those are done, I'm going to start building shelving along these 2 back walls here in this back corner. And just to be able to put whatever, books and display items and stuff like that. It'll be cool. Let's see. Campbell. So Vader was in A New Hope. He was Prowse himself, barefoot, was about 6'7", and so with the suit, he was pushing like 6'10", 6'11". Maybe 6'11" ish. And then he lost because he had arthritis in his knees so bad. By the time Empire Strikes Back came around, he had lost about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. So he was still hitting about 6'8", 6'10", somewhere in there in the Vader suit, but he was about 6'5". And by Return of the Jedi, he was in the 6'4", 6'5" range and had lost a little more height because he had arthritis in his knees so bad. And especially in A New Hope, if you look at A New Hope, he was tall and he was big. I mean, the dude was amazing. Anyway, so yeah. Hey Joseph, welcome from Maryland. Nice. Good to have you on the stream. Let's see, full kit or a complete costume. If you want to build it, you like building it, build it. It's fun. It's great. 5'10", so you should be able to reach 6'7" ish with lifts and with the rest of the suit. So, hey Brandon, yeah, he just made it, and I'll say goodbye now. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna say goodbye soon, but not exactly right now. So yeah, and I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, I'm trying to put together some videos. We got a troop coming up that I should be able to do some video at, and that'll be fun. It's a Comic-Con, a small Comic-Con here on the military base. So assuming that I get to go to that and can be there for it, I'll be doing some video for sure. So that should be coming. And I'm going to say I've promised a video on how I do my storage and how I make the NeoPixel lightsabers, and I am still planning on doing those. It's just with this remodel going on and then everything else that's happening, I got a little behind on work for a couple of reasons. And then my son's room is over there, and I'm going to be repairing a lot of damage that he did in that. And then we're going to paint it for his birthday coming up in a while. But it's going to take me a while. And so that's consuming a lot of my free time right now. So I don't have a lot of time to make videos like this, but I'm still working on it. And I'm still trying to live stream when we can. As much as I can, because it's fun. I like talking to you all and hanging out. And so yeah, if I got the, I'm trying to think of anything else. Like I don't have anything else coming right now, but there will be more stuff coming in the future. So Christy Brown of Jawa Voice Changer. There really aren't any Jawa voice changers out there per se. There is an app on, I don't know if it's on Android, but it's on iOS. I have to think if I still have it on here. Is it Trooper Talk? There's an app called Trooper Talk. I'm going to see if this is it or not. Okay, let's see. Yeah, if you have an iOS device and you look up Trooper Talk, you can get that. And then there's a few different voices in there that have, whoops, I don't want to do that. Stop. You can load character as Stormtrooper. You probably can't see any of this, but let's see. There we go. Now you still can't see any of it. There you go. Stormtrooper, First Order Trooper, Clone Trooper, Death Trooper, Kylo Ren, Darth Vader, C-3PO. Wait. Oh no, they used to have, there we go. Chewbacca, Tusken Raider, Jawa, and Rodian. So anytime you do those voice-activated characters, like you make any noise with your mouth into a microphone, and it spits out gibberish, which is perfectly good for Jawas. So that's what I would look at if I were you. Let me get back on the chat. So yeah. In fact, maybe that's a video I need to do in the future, is how to do that. So. Darth at last. I will. I'm sorry. I've been. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've been just going crazy. My bodysuit. Fisher asked what type of bodysuit I'm trooping in. It's a leather bodysuit. And so Under Armour underneath that, and then the leather, and then wool, and then satin, and then wool again with the cape. So it's plenty warm. It's great. But yeah, the NeoPixel is the multicolored. The NeoPixel blade is the one that has extension and retraction and blaster block effects, and will do basically any color, because it's a bunch of little red, green, blue LEDs all through the blade. Yeah. Let's see. Spy Hunter, a Black Series helmet. Make it look more like an ROTS helmet by making a new dome and extending the neck. Yeah, that would be a start. The trouble is still the face is squished down too much, and so the whole face really needs to be elongated, and the mouth is too wide because of that. Because I think they try to make a smaller helmet that's easier to package, but that would still fit a human head inside, and it barely fits a human head. It's really tight. So let's see. I have no idea, Campbell, if they sell parts. No idea at all. You can watch eBay. That's a good place to start for parts. Darth at last. Oh yeah, a cosplay sound glove. That's a good idea because you can just program some different sounds into the glove and then, or into the MP3 trigger thing and then do it. Yeah, that's the problem with Trooper Talk version, Justin, is you don't get to decide what it says. It just spits out whatever. So that would be, yeah. Arturo, am I getting a saber with smooth swing? So I have the Profi board. I just haven't put it in a saber yet, but and it has smooth swing on it. So yes, I am. I don't know what I'm going to put it in yet. A decent Vader helmet for any film besides A&H. Oh, you're not a huge fan of the A New Hope film. So Portimac Prop Studios on Facebook makes some pretty decent helmets. There's a gentleman over in England, the UK, that makes some really nice ones, the Quasimodo and the Darth Ugly. And there's the Shadow Effects Studios. I think he's on Facebook, makes some decent stuff. And then there's another guy out there, but I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. So yeah, there you go. But Bookface is probably one of the better ones. That's not, yeah. Do I think the Black Series Vader helmet is suitable for cosplay? Sure, absolutely. For just cosplaying, yeah, it's great. It's a great helmet for cosplay. The thing is, like, and this is what I want to do in the videos, is put my suit on, and I might, if I ever get time, I might still try and do it, but put my suit on with the armor, because that's all accurate to the original size. Put my helmet on back there. It's weird, I gotta do all this backwards. Put my helmet on back there so you see the size, the proportions, and then take my helmet off and put the Black Series on so that you can see the difference, because it's quite a bit different. And yeah, it's just the way it is. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna wrap it up now. I don't know why Anovis takes so long to deliver their stuff. They just do, and it's, for whatever reason, it just is what it is. You know, it's a lot of logistics. So you watch eBay. There's a guy who sells some stuff on eBay too that he's pretty good. The thing with buying anything like this, any props, anything in the cosplay world, is always don't ever pay for things friends and family. Always pay for things goods and services. And then don't ever let a vendor go past the date when you can still file a dispute and get a refund with that. Just don't ever do that. Don't ever do it. So, oh, I didn't know some of those lights in the tree blinked. That's cool. That's yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna wrap up the stream. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. I love the little that little guy right there. It's gonna be a lot of fun to have. Maybe I'll have to pull him up closer so he's not quite so out of focus or something, or do something different. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, like I said, there are more videos coming. I'm trying to live stream once a week. If I can, I will. If stuff happens, then I just can't do it. But I'm really trying to get back on a schedule of live streaming at least once a week, and then putting other videos up as I can. So but yeah, as always, I really appreciate y'all watching the videos and hanging out with me today and subscribing to this channel, and all of your comments and feedback on the videos is awesome. And yeah, I hope y'all have a great day or night, depending on where in the world you are. And I will, yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. I'll see you again soon in the next video, which should be